Guys. That's weird. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the stream. It's good to be back. My music is not working for some reason. Let me know if you guys can hear anything. There we go. There we go. How's it going, guys? Welcome to the stream. Little painting hobby stream today. Gonna talk 1,000 Suns. Got some, gonna go through my shots a little bit. I know I did an episode of Chapter Tactics last week where I talked about it, but I think we can go a little bit more in depth. Kembobo, hey man, thanks for joining the stream. So today I'm working on my Infernal Master for my 1,000 Suns. So that's this guy here. You can see I'm kind of about, I've made pretty good progress on him. I'm working on the yellow right now, and then yeah, I'm just gonna be kind of painting through this. I think I can probably get him done today on stream. There's basically the robe to do, and the weapon, and then like the base, which is not a whole lot. So I'm gonna try to see if I can crank him out on stream today. So we'll see how it goes. My game went good actually. It was I'd say it was like not a close game, I guess. The smites was just the 1,000 Sun smite psychic phase was just like too gross. He had never really played 1,000 Suns, so and it was my first game with the new 1,000 Suns. So I basically yeah, you know, it was not that close, I guess. The amount of mortals, he actually teched against me. It was really funny because with our league, like, you can actually change your list between games. So he actually teched against me. He took all the like anti-mortal wound stuff, but it just wasn't enough. So I think 1,000 Suns are going to be kind of nasty little meta army if you're not ready for it. But basically after turn, I want to say after turn 4, on turn 4 he conceded. After my turn 4 psychic phase, he basically had 1 or 2 things left. Let's see here. So we're pretty good. So I ended up finishing second in my league division. I did end up losing the 1 game to the Drukari. I talked about that. But that was new Drukari versus old 1,000 Suns, so I just barely lost that game. So I feel like if I had another go at that army, I'd probably have a much better chance. But yeah, what are you guys working on? Let me know what you guys are working on in chat. Also, if you guys have any questions about 1,000 Suns on my thoughts, I'm gonna kind of share them today. And kind of go through what I think, but yeah, I'm interested to hear kind of if anyone else has any thoughts on 1,000 Suns. I haven't really had a chance to like the Grey Knights, to be honest, so we'll see. I don't know much about the Grey Knights yet, but I'm gonna talk 1,000 Suns today. Gonna give you some life updates. Gonna let you know what's going on with the channel. Just kind of in my Warhammer in general. I'm getting ready for the Las Vegas team tournament in end of September. Bad news though. So we were supposed to have my first tournament here called Attack X. It was set for the first week of September basically, and just due to COVID, it's just BC's basically gone back into like stage 2 basically restrictions, so it's going backwards, which means we're back on a mask mandate and basically no more large events. so the tournament got canceled because and it was sold out too. So there's 150 people originally. Oh. Oh, I was muted. Sorry, guys. I don't know what you heard last. Can you hear me now? Sorry, guys. I moved my mic and I muted it. I hit the mute button by accident. I think I was talking about Thousand Suns being A tier or not. Was that the kind of last thing you guys heard? Yeah. So okay. So what I was saying is, I think in certain matchups they're definitely not AdMech or Drakari level. I think those books are definitely overtuned and still need further nerfs, personally. I think most players would agree. Orcs there's some pretty nasty orc lists out there too. I don't know if you guys saw Manny Chima's vehicle nonsense list. That's like all damage 2, kind of like, it's got like 27 vehicles or whatever. I think that's gonna cause some problems, but I think in certain matchups they're gonna be quite strong, especially against things like Marines, things that don't have a ton of psychic defense, Necrons, anything that's gonna rely on high toughness, high save. Against like Tau, I think they're gonna do really well. I mean, obviously lots to do well against Tau. Basically, Sisters is going to be really matchup dependent, and whether the Sisters player can roll hot on the dice. But the big thing is, though, I think seeing how much mortal wounds they do, I think a lot of people are going to have to tech against them, because I don't think you can play if you don't have any sort of anti mortal wound defense. It's really oppressive the amount of damage they can put out the army. So I think a lot of people are gonna try to put some tech in to kind of help that Thousand Suns matchup, personally. So we'll see. I think there's still some builds that need to get unlocked. Yeah, the Buggy Army looks dumb. It's a problem with it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys remember the reason they put the rule of 3 in. So it was to stop kind of those spam abuse armies, and in a sense, when you allow vehicles to be taken in units of 1 to 3, it kind of, I guess, goes around that. So I'm not sure why the orc buggies are allowed to be in units of 1 to 3, but I honestly think that rule of 3 should apply regardless. So like, you can have 1 unit of 3, or you can have 3 units of 1. but I still think the rule of 3 should apply in some cases, because that army list that Manny's running is like, it's just oppressive. So not a huge fan of it. Obviously it's very expensive too, but I mean, I don't think ever price of an army should be like a factor in whether or not like it's like nerfed or not, you know. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Well, it really depends on the secondaries. Last game I took, the problem with there's the one that basically you have to do more mortal wounds. The problem with that is it's competing with some other good secondaries, like it's competing with To the Last, and it's competing with like that category of secondaries. So I don't actually think it is like an auto take in every game. But so far I've been building around To the Last with my Terminator block, and then like either 2 of my characters or my Whirlwind Scorpius as the 2 last targets. I think that's like a solid way to build the list. I definitely don't think that it's going to be easy to get a lot. Like obviously if you have Zangors, I think Rod is good. I think Raised Banners can be good in certain scenarios. Obviously anything involving the psychic actions I still think are good, but the problem with the psychic actions is just it's a little bit you got to build around it, I think, because obviously you're giving up your like if you don't have the relics or the abilities to cast and do actions, I think you lose out a lot. How do I do my gold? I'll tell you. Give me 1 sec. I'm just use gems. Ton of time. I don't know if that is. I'm getting a weird call. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to think. So yeah. So we'll see what happens. I think at the end, I think Thousand Suns, just like when I think about where they're going to be good, I think I've been hearing a lot of people kind of talk about like just going over the board with like Scarabs and Rubrics, but I think that's a bit of a trap. I really think Zangors are necessary personally. Just because of the fact that the army does suffer from lack of chaff, and the cheapest unit, if you just take Scarab Occults, is 115 points, and the army is really going to rely on those units late game for both Cabal points and for spells and shooting. So it's like if you invest too heavily in just the really expensive stuff, if you do have, say, an army that deep strikes, or you need to, disrupt the enemy early, I think you're going to really be hurting if all you have is Rubrics. Personally. So that's just my personal opinion. So we'll see. So I'm just working on the gems guys right now. This guy. His backpack. And then he's got quite a few here. But yeah, so right now the list I'm running is Time. I think Time's actually one of the strongest, and it kind of goes back to that same theory on just the army being so expensive. I think the ability to bring back models is like over the course of the game. Like, I mean, theoretically, over 5 turns, you could bring back, 400 points in Terminators, right? Which I think is really good because you can bring back 2 a turn basically. So I think that's really strong and something to be looked at. Sorry guys, I'm just doing this really fine detail here, so I can't talk. Otherwise I gotta basically hold my breath when I do this. So just give me 1 sec on this really fine detail, and then I'll be able to talk again. This is the hard part. This is the part about painting while talking that's really hard, because if you talk while doing this, it'll mess up your gems. But overall, I like the book. Yeah, I'm happy with it. My biggest disappointment is the Zangors, to be honest. I think I talked about it a bit on chapter tactics, but basically, the army doesn't have a lot of unique models or data sheets. So you have Scarabocult Terminators, you have Exalted Sorcerers, and then you have you have your rubrics, right? So when you have so few data sheets, like there's literally like 4 unique models outside of Zangors. There's the 2 units, there's the 2 characters, and then there's the I guess there's some like AOS stuff. So it just feels like there's so few unique units, and they made even the unique units like not that good. So it's kind of disappointing. Ghost Camel, yes, he does. Hannah, so how I do my gold, I'll tell you in a sec. I'll grab the paints for you. It's this color. No, it's not. So my gold is base coat with scale color Victorian brass. I do a wash of everything with Dragonhof Nightshade. Another highlight of Victorian brass, scale 75. And then I go in with some Elven gold, scale 75. And then I do a final highlight with light bronze from Proacral. Hey Fed, hey Ryan, hey dude, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, look, it's Ryan. That's a good question. The BC League, I'm really happy that it's gone as successfully as it is. Like we're planning a 2nd season of our league here, probably to start in October. Just give people a little bit of time to kind of regroup after this 1st season. But the big thing to understand is like ultimately it's up to the players, right? I one of my goals with this league